All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're breaking down a digital threat that doesn't just kick down your front door. No, this one picks the lock, walks right in, and then turns off your alarm system from the inside. We are talking about a brand new ransomware family, and its name is Osiris.
So picture this. It's late 2025, and a huge company, a major player, suddenly finds its entire digital operation completely frozen. We're talking data is gone, systems are dark, business just grinds to a dead stop. And the first question on everyone's mind is, what on earth just happened?
Well, the answer turned out to be something security researchers had literally never seen before, a totally new family of ransomware. They gave it the name Osiris. And this, right here, is where our investigation really begins.
So, what exactly is this new menace? Let's take a look at the very first pieces of evidence that were gathered from the scene of the crime.
The first few clues started to paint a pretty clear picture. The victim? A major food service company over in Southeast Asia. Analysts confirmed it fast. This wasn't just some recycled threat with a new name. It was a brand new family of malware. But, and this is a big but, they did find one crucial link. While the ransomware itself was new, the methods, the digital fingerprints left behind, they were a dead ringer for a known group, which gave investigators their first real lead.
Now, this is where the Osiris attack gets incredibly slick. See, the attackers didn't just smash their way in. They basically picked the lock, walked inside, and put on a company uniform to blend in.
They used this strategy called living off the land, and it's a great name for it. Think of it this way. Instead of bringing in their own shady-looking crowbars and blowtorches, they just used the tools that were already lying around inside the building. The system administrator's own software. By doing this, they blend in perfectly with all the normal, everyday network traffic, making them almost impossible to spot. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. On the left, you've got these common, totally legitimate tools that IT folks use every day. On the right, you see how the Osiris hackers twisted them. They took something like rclone, which is just a data syncing tool, and used it for data theft. They even took a remote desktop program called Rustdesk and disguised the file to look like WinZip of all things, just to keep their hidden backdoor open. So the main takeaway here is that every single tool had a very specific nasty purpose. rclone was there to steal all the good data before they locked it all up. Then you have this infamous tool called Mimikatz, disguised here as cas.exe, which they used to just snatch passwords right out of the computer's memory. And of course, tools like NetScan let them draw a complete map of the network from the inside, so they could plan their final attack.
Okay, so using a company's own tools to sneak around is smart, for sure. But it's not enough. You still have to deal with the security systems, those digital guard dogs. And the way the Osiris crew handled this, well, that's what makes them truly next-level dangerous. So how in the world do you get past the best security software money can buy? Well, you don't fight it head-on. That's a losing game. No, you find a way to turn it off from the inside, at the deepest, most fundamental level of the system.
They pulled this off using a technique called Bring Your Own Vulnerable Driver. And this is some seriously high-level stuff. What it means is the hackers bring their own legitimate piece of software, a driver, that they know has a security hole in it. It's like finding a real, officially made master key that also just happens to have a secret little button that disables the entire alarm system for the building. The attack plays out in 3 simple steps. First, they deploy that flawed but trusted driver onto the system. Second, they exploit that flaw to give themselves what's called kernel-level access. Think of this as getting the master admin password to the entire operating system. It's the highest level of control you can possibly get. And from that position of absolute power, they simply tell the security software to shut down. The guard dog is put to sleep before it can even let out a single bark.
And this is the detail that really just shocked security researchers. See, most hacking groups, they're basically scavengers. They find and they reuse these vulnerable drivers that other companies accidentally created. But the Osiris group? Oh no, they weren't scavengers. They were blacksmiths. They actually forged their own custom-built weapon from scratch, a malicious driver built for one reason and one reason only: to kill security software.
They codenamed this custom weapon Poortry. And to really complete the camouflage, they disguised it to look like a legitimate driver from the well-known security company Malwarebytes. That is an unbelievably bold move, hiding your attack tool under the very name of the industry that's trying to stop you.
So let's just recap for a second. The attackers are in, they're invisible, and they've just put all the alarms to sleep. Now they move to the final, absolutely devastating phase of the attack.
With literally nothing left to stop it, the Osiris ransomware payload is finally executed. It just starts tearing through the network, systematically locking every file it can find using this powerful hybrid encryption method. We're talking a combination of 2 different advanced algorithms, making it pretty much impossible to crack.
But they don't just encrypt the data. They go one crucial step further. The ransomware is actually programmed to hunt down and destroy any and all paths to recovery. It kills databases, it shuts down backup services, and, most brutally, it deletes all the system restore points, which are also known as volume snapshots. The goal here is just total scorched earth annihilation of any recovery options. As one security analyst put it, the whole attack is meticulously designed to back the victim into a corner, to make it impossible to restore from a backup, and to leave them feeling like they have no other choice but to pay that ransom.
So why are we focusing so much on this one attack? It's because Osiris isn't just another piece of ransomware. It really represents a major step up, a significant evolution in the world of cybercrime.
When you really put all these pieces together on the board, you see this whole new level of sophistication. We're moving from an era of attackers who find tools to an era of attackers who build them. Their expert-level camouflage, that ruthless focus on destroying backups, the technical power of their encryption, it all points to a group that is highly skilled and very, very well funded.
And all of this leaves us with a really critical and frankly kind of scary question for the future. For years, we've all relied on these standardized, off-the-shelf security products to keep us safe. But as attackers start building these bespoke, custom weapons like Poortry for every single attack, you have to ask yourself, are those standard defenses really enough to keep us safe anymore?